you got to understand the wisdom. You know, we were saying on the phone earlier, never let desperation change your destination. Never let temptation change your destination. Never let frustration change your destination. These are the three demons or spirits that the devil makes visit you before you get to the blessing. See, God works in delayed gratification, but his delay is painful. It's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's painful.
I can say honestly,
Yeah.
I was at that point last summer. Last summer, it just seemed like, wait a minute, what's happening? Everything's falling down.
No, you was at that point when you got jumped by Diz and we was in the car.
Here we go.
You was at that point and you made the song Homework. I'm gonna tell you, I know. You was at that point. I'm gonna tell you.
It was called
it's Homework.
It was called Like Me.
Like Me, but
it was called Like Me.
Homework was something that
homework. First you gotta do the homework.
Right.
Homework.
You was there then. Your Pac t-shirts in the trunk, right?
Oh yeah.
So your Pac Juice t-shirts, right?
Right.
So you was there then, right?
But I want to say last summer though, you know, you do all this work, you build this shit up. I think we had a breaking point.
Yeah.
Where that episode, nobody could have predicted me, you, Nims, and Uncle Seth sitting in a room was gonna lead to like 200 million views on TikTok and different places. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that.
Broke the internet for sure.
I think in all
your clip did like 2 million views, like 2.7. I looked at it today.
2.7.
So you
and that's not the short.
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody could have predicted that. I was sitting in that room. You were sitting in that room. None of us knew. Yo, after this episode, you know what I mean? And you know, all these celebrities, all this attention, being able to do the BET Awards, doing the red carpet. You get this mindset, especially when you have a team, like, all right, I gotta take care of everything. I gotta take care of everything. I gotta take care of everything. But there was so many things within my personal life that I feel like was falling apart.
Right.
And enough of taking care of everything and not taking care of yourself, I feel like last summer, it caught up to me. And it stacked. I lost a child. It stacked and stacked. And I'm still out here trying to be like, all right, we back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Doing the song and dancing. Certain things put you in perspective. And I was that guy doing the 25. Angry. Angry, not knowing if I ain't never doing this again. And but after a while, that voice, you're gonna do another race.
Yeah, here we are.
And here we are. Here we are.
See, but what you got to realize is nobody told you to sign up for the first race in the beginning, right? You did.
I did.
Right? And a lot of times we ignore or we overestimate our preparation and our potential. You wasn't built for the first race. You didn't do the mental work. You didn't do the internal work that would have made you worthy of winning the first arm of this race, right?
Mental work, yeah.
Let me land the plane.
Okay.
So you ran the race, and God, being the great strategist that God is, right, allowed you to go through the ups and downs, ebbs and flows, and valleys and peaks to prepare you to finally now be ready to run the race. See? So you overestimated your ability, and then a lot of times most of us do. And we have to understand that just because you have the potential for leadership doesn't make you a leader. Just because you got the potential to be the big homie, but you're not the big homie.
Right.
Right? And it doesn't mean you never will be. What it means is you have to reflect, you have to internalize, you have to do your due diligence, you have to do your recon, and you have to look at yourself and take 100% accountability. You can't act like you're Phil Jackson, but you're really Michael Jordan. And you can't act like you're Phil Jackson, but you're talking to Steve Kerr like he's Michael Jordan.
Right.
When you're supposed to be on the field, but
It's all twisted up.
Yeah.
All twisted
and your
up.
delegational skills are horrible, right?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
My delegational skills.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Now again.
I wouldn't say horrible, bro. Like let's not turn this into a beat down. I wouldn't say. And the reason why I wouldn't say not horrible.
No, I'm gonna say horrible. I'm gonna say horrible.
Why? Well, give me an example.
First of all, our rapport has never waned, right? Like I'm the same person, right? Before you had a podcast,
right?
When you first got the podcast, right. When you went viral, and when we disconnected,
yeah,
right?
Me too.
My energy streamlined, right?
Me too.
So, exactly,
right?
Yeah, exactly, right? So, what you gotta realize,
Yo, Smart, cut this. We not doing that. Okay, if you let's get to it. Why did we fall out?
No, okay. Let me finish the plane. Right. Landing the plane. I know you want to switch from Delta to Jet.
Yeah, because
we're on Delta right now.
This plane is flying through my crib right now.
Yeah, we know Delta is not the best, right? Yeah. But I think, and I was there too, right? Where my delegational skills was horrible, right? My organizational skills was horrible, because at the end of the day, that is the burden or price of leadership, right? And when I'm internalizing this, right? When I'm not looking out the window, I'm looking in the mirror, and I say, well, okay, who's the first person that has to benefit from my idea? Me, right? So I have to make sure that this ship never sinks because I'm on it.
Right.
Right? I have to make sure this car never breaks down because I'm in it.
Right.
Right? So when I understand that, I make sure that I have the foresight, I have the intuition. This is why I said you chose to run this first race ill-prepared. Right? You chose to architect.
I wouldn't say ill-prepared. I would say, all right.
I'm almost done. I'm not getting long with it. Let me land this plane.
All right.
Yeah. I got you.
Let me interject one thing.
Okay.
You don't know what an NBA championship is like.
But you know what the game consists of. You know what the fundamentals are.
But there's so many teams that do well in the preseason.
So don't act
but they get in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you hear the announcers say, "Oh, they don't have that much playoff experience." Me, I felt like
just because you lose doesn't. It's nothing evil about that. It's not an even.
Losing
is a virtue. Exactly.
So you don't know until you get $10 million.
Yeah.
You have no idea what the problems of a person with $10 million are. As much as you could plan and imagine and you could go talk to other millionaires and this, that, and the third. You have no idea what it's like until it happens to you. This is okay. I got 10 million. Now these are the problems.
Let me go right back to that point I was saying. Nobody told your ass to run this race, and you was ill.
Keep telling me.
Yeah, for sure. And you was ill prepared to run the race. So part of accountability is understanding that you didn't have that experience, and you have to be adaptive because there's things that's at stake, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what leaders have to understand. Mm-hmm. If you have a child out of wedlock, right, and you didn't prepare to have this baby, your pullout game was weak, but now the baby's here and the baby got to eat. You've never been a father before. You can't just say, well, hey man, tough up, little nigga.
No, right? You got to make it happen.
You're going to be adaptive, right? So again,
but it's still a different situation.
No.
And I'm gonna tell you why it's a different situation.
Yeah.
This child relies on you. There's an innocence that comes.
Your viewers rely on you.
But the viewers are not children. They're not children.
I beg
my co-hosts, they're not children. They have their own situations that they're going through. Like we're all going through situations. I have no idea what the Aaron is going home to right now. I have no idea. I don't know what you're going home to right now. All these things play a part.
I got you, but this is I want to drive home to you, right?
Right.
This is a saying that I created, right? Mm-hmm. So you can use it when you decide to mature enough to use it, right?
Right.
You win so big, even the losers win. You win so much, even the losers win, right? So this is something that I'm learning now about myself. Where did I get this from? Well, I learned from being in prison. I learned from being in the street. I learned from playing a game that had high stakes, right? Like I have to win regardless. And just because the people in my circle don't have a winning mentality or losing mentality, I'm still winning. The ship can't sink because I'm on it. The car can't crash because I'm in it. The helicopter propellers can't stop spinning because I'm flying the right? So I think when you take sole accountability because you're responsible, right?
Right.
For your business, your brand,
Right.
the trajectory of your career. It does not enable people to, just example, right? They came in, right? They're talking, right? We told them about 4 or 5 times, hey man, you know we can hear you in the mic. Right? Right? Right?
Right.
It doesn't matter, right? Because we as, entrepreneurs, leaders, CEOs, right? We run the company, right? The apple can never be rotten when Steve is pulling the bitch off the tree, right?
Right.
So I don't want you to misinterpret what I'm saying in terms of not holding your contemporaries accountable, but this is your show.
Yeah.
And the show must go on.
And that's why we here. That's why we here. That's
Yeah.
why we